Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Strand Audio. Thanks for tuning in. This time I will explain how to create a rhythm on your Roland TR8s. And I'm not speaking about a normal rhythm. I'm speaking about a really groovy, swingy rhythm. So yeah, you probably know when you create music, sometimes it's really hard to create a rhythm which doesn't sound really mechanical, like stepped and chopped. So yeah, I will use basically on the Roland TR8s the motion recording function. Then I will apply the LFO to some instruments. Then I will use the accent as well. And I will change the velocity of some other instruments as well. So we will have like kind of natural groove going. So yeah, if you're interested, yeah, let's have a look. Alright guys, back on the Roland TR8s here. So I just created in Ableton a little good sounding rhythm, as you see on the footage here. And this is what we want to replicate on the TR8s today. And at the bottom you also see there's some velocity, very wavy. And yeah, we will apply this to our little rhythm. And yeah, I added a few arrows here on the left. You can then easier see and locate our little or different instruments. Alright, basically then, as you see, we have 4 bars. Every bar basically has 16 steps. That means we have 4 variations here. And you see in Ableton on the little drawing here, we have like for the kick at the bottom, we have like 1, 2, 3, 4 bars in our first, like 1, 2, 3, 4 in our first like step, and then the next one will be 5 again. So yes, this is basically exactly 1 to 1 basically. All right, let's start. First, our instrument here. Will be our clap. All right, let's start here. So let's program the clap in. You see, this will be exactly on the beat here. This will be our first 16 steps here. All right, let's choose the instrument here. We want to clap. Maybe the hand clap. Just turn it a bit down here. We just leave this for now. All right, this is a clap. Next instrument, it's a low tom here in our template. What we want to do, we have a head. So let's program first the head in, and you see it's number. So the first step is not occupied. That will be the second and the third step. And then in our next measure here, we have the last one, and then the next 3. And then our last one will be number 16 here. Alright, now we choose the instrument and choose closed hi-hat. Open hi-hat, 707 closed hi-hat. Why not? We just leave it. Now our next instrument will be our mid-tom on the TR8s. This will be also a head, and let's program that in first. So we have in our second measure here. It will be the first, second, it will be the third. And then we have in our last one, the second last one. So let's yeah. Okay, you hear there's something going on in there. So we just see what we have here. LFO. There's probably the LFO applied here. Yeah, there was the LFO applied already to it. So it's always wise to choose the same kind of, when you use different heads, the same kind of style heads for open and close. So we used 707 closed hi-hat on the first instrument. Now we use the open one maybe. and reduce the decay a bit. Yeah, that's not too strong. That's it. Next instrument will be our third hi-hat here. This will be something different. First, let's just program the steps in. This will be always the third step in every single measure here. This will be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, you see what we have here, something a bit more outstanding, but maybe. Yeah, you see this is like, gives the whole rhythm like a beat, basically, like consistency. Okay, we just leave it like this, basically, easy. Then our next one will be our rim shot on the TR8s, and on our little drawing, it will be a conga sound. Let's first, again, let's program the RS in. It will be the second step here, and that's basically it in our first variation. Okay, so percussion 1 probably. Yeah. So we have 7 to 7 high, low. Yeah, just do this one. 7 to 7 high bongo. And then for our next one will be our just the last step here. Okay, this is like a lot, and there's also probably some reverb to it. So press and hold down CTRL select and turn the knob. Select, let's say there's reverb, turn it all the way down, press again, go to delay, send off. Okay, no delay, very good. Now we want to change that instrument over. Yeah. Okay, so this is a really good example right now. So something is going on here, so we can't hear much. So what is it? So first I always check the LFO. Okay, we want to have that at 0. Okay, so now what's in there else? So we have the hold time. Okay, nothing. So let's check. Pan, that's all good. Tag. Yeah, let's have a look at the tag. Sorry, tag. Ah, there we go. You see, the tag. Very easy. Don't get confused, it's always something simple. Alright, so let's now go back into the choose an instrument here. Percussion 1 was it? 606. Yeah, just leave it like this. And then next one will be our yeah, what means like little percussion sound. But there is nothing in this measure in our here in this instrument. So we will just skip this now for a second variation, and then we just keep going here. All right, now open hi-hat here on our TR8s, and in our little drawing it will be this step here. It will be not the last step, it will be the 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, number 11. So this will be a little bit also like a little bit like a more natural sounding. Maybe something, a low conga maybe. Yeah. You see it harmonizes already with the other one a bit. Turn it down like very much. Yeah, we don't want to have it much standing out here. Okay, our last one here basically is our same conga basically, and we have the step assigned to it. This is the last step in the middle here, or will be number 8. So now we just go back here, press and hold down Shift if you want to go faster through this, and then we choose another conga. Yeah, let's, for the last one, the top one, let's choose the highest sound. Oh, but you hear there's delay or something, or reverb assigned to it. Yo. And let's just quickly check the delay again. All the way down, delay done. Alright, so now this is our first variation. Just now we just basically copy the whole thing all the way through. Yeah, so we copy our variation. Our variation A, copy to C, B. Variation copy to B. Okay, then again copy variation to C. Okay, and then copy again variation and to D. Okay, sweet. It's done. So now we have the sounds on our different variations, but now we have to change the steps. So that means our B variation has the wrong steps according to our drawing here now. So as you see, the first one, the clap, will be the same all the way through, and then we just keep going with the other ones here. So in our first low tom, basically we have the first two ones, and then those ones again, number 8. That's correct. That's correct. And as you see, this is basically exactly the same all the way through. Yeah, exactly the same. Sweet. So next one, that's done. Next one is basically, just double check. It's exactly the same all the way through. It's, yeah, identical. Okay, next one. This will be going through. This will be for our beat here. Okay, this goes all the way through. Very good. Okay, then the next one is our first little interesting conga sound here. There's nothing in variation 2. We have to take this out. And then we have in variation here, we have 2 times. So we have here 1, and last step here is 1. Okay. And then in our last measure, we don't have anything. Take this out. Good. Okay, that's done. Next one here. This will be the last step here. We have nothing in the middle. And C will be again the same. Last step. And then D will be nothing. Okay. Then we go here to our closed hi-hat. So we have our purple one, the first purple one. And you see there is something in variation B. It will be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, number 7. And there will be nothing in variation C. And in D, with our first purple, there is something in D indeed. It will be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Again, here, number 7. Okay, so very good. Now we're going to our open hi-hat here. This will be the middle purple one. We have in our first variation number 11 here selected. That's correct. But in our second variation is nothing. And then we have basically in our C variation, just quickly, yeah, we have the same 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We have the 11 again. And then we have in our last variation exactly the same. Yeah, okay, sweet. Then our last instrument here, this is our crash cymbal. Let's have a look in A variation. We have step number 8 assigned to it. It's correct. In our second variation is nothing. And in our third variation is step number 8 again. And then in our last D variation there is nothing. Alright, easy. So now what we do is chain the variations together. So, and done. It starts at A, and when it reaches D it starts again. So this is our simple standard beat. Now exactly how we have it on the drawing. So now we want to apply first maybe a little bit velocity change to our instrument. So how to do it? Let's say we want to apply first velocity change to our clap. That will be here. Just press and hold down this step, and then you can see here, go up and down, whatever. Tune, decay, CTL, velocity, probe, sub-probe. So we just choose velocity. Hold, press and hold still, and then we just change the velocity down a bit to 57. And then we just do that in every single variation. Roughly. Doesn't need to be the same. You know, you don't want to have the sounding the same anyways, because you want to create an organic sound. So, alright, so this is our clap. We have velocity assigned to our hand clap. Okay, now we just do some velocity changes here. Just you know, as the drawing shows, we just don't go through step by step and set the values exactly how it is on the drawing. We just do it like just a little bit roughly. Okay, so first this one, velocity change again, but down here, and then we just do this one, but down. See, under 50 it dims, and then this one again a bit, last one big, yeah, good. Then in our C variation we just do exactly the same. Maybe now the randomness comes in a bit. B, we just do number 8. Just put this down. The last one and the third one. And our A one, we choose the third one. Now we choose the first one, a bit less, and we choose number 8. And then we just choose 10. 16, yeah, okay. So, and we basically go through with the other instruments as well. Just, you know, this is basically here our rain rhythm as well. We just do it down here a bit, and then we just do it down here a bit. Same here, down a bit, C, down a bit, D, bit down, C, a bit down. So now we're just halfway through basically. So we just leave those little instruments here. They're not many steps anyways. Yeah, just have a listen how it sounds now with only velocity change. You feel this, like this is already like much more swingy. So what we can do now is we can do add accent. This will be here. So press step, and the accent only applies to 16 steps. So you can't really program the accent in for every single instrument, unfortunately. But we want to create a rhythm, so that means, you know, we just maybe just take step number 4 as accent. Just do, you know, like it's like kind of going. So we just this one, maybe just keep it regular. Maybe just like maybe like this. And here you can increase the intensity of the accent. This will be 0. Only a little bit. We don't want to have it like a lot. Just want to add like natural rhythm here. Okay, so that's basically this. And now we have accent on all our steps here. So we can take some steps out. Just experiment a little bit what sounds better. Whatever, just kind of something like this.
All right, so we incorporated now our velocity change, our accent function. What we can do now is we can do motion recording. So I suggest we just use maybe motion recording for something like which is more present, like a very going through. This will be our first head. It has lots of steps all the way through, as you see. And when we just add motion recording to it, we want to turn motion recording on first, and then we basically turn the knob we want to change while it's recording. And then when we finish with turning, we press recording again, and then it's recorded and motion recording applies. So, but first, let's see where our CTRL knob is assigned to, or what we want to basically change with our motion recording. So maybe we just don't use this one for now. We just play with the tune a little bit around. So let's see variation A, motion recording is on. If we can achieve something here. Yeah, something dramatic like this. Only little changes, so we just do this. And then record. Okay, it's not recording. Now it's recording. Little glitch here. Alright, so now we have motion recording on our first one. Let's do it on our second variation as well. Oh, I just messed it up. You see, it can go so quickly. We just, oh no, I didn't. But yeah, I did basically. I turned the wrong knob here instead of this knob here. So you see, you really get very quickly lost. So just, yeah, just have a listen here again. Okay. Okay, we leave this for now. And then next one will be okay, we have this programmed in, and then again we just do it here. Okay, now we have motion recording on our low tom instrument. Really easy. So now see how it sounds. Much more organic. So now what we also can apply now for some kind of instrument which is maybe a little bit more present all the way through, it's the LFO. So for this we just choose maybe the last one here. This is our little beat we have. You can mute all this here. You see? When we mute all this, and when we just select the last green one here, you see, this is our beat. So we will change this with our LFO. So you can leave it in this function if you want to. But, you know, it's more like you want to hear everything, how everything works together. So you can alter the sounds individually and then put everything together and you'll be surprised. Maybe, or just do everything together. Yeah. So let's do it basically. So we select our high tom here and A variation only. A variation, and then we want to apply the LFO to it. So that means what we do now, we just go to Shift, press and hold on Shift, go to Kit. So we go through all the way and go to LFO. Output LFO. So waveform, we choose sinus because we want to have a nicely going up and down. Tempo sync, yeah, but maybe not. It's like not synced to the tempo, so it's really randomly. That's exactly what we want. Rate, yeah, 128. Tempo sync off, waveform, sinus. That's it, easy. So now we just go to our instrument here, Shift instrument, and go to LFO. You see? LFO. Two options, LFO tune and LFO depth. LFO depth is how much the LFO is applied, so basically the volume or the amplitude, and the LFO tune means the LFO is applied to the tune. We could do that, or we just use the decay for it. Let's say the LFO is applied to the decay and we want to have it probably all the way in, but we can change that later in the settings anyways. So now we assign the CTRL knob to LFO to have a bit more control here. Okay, LFO depth, that's it. So let's see, it works, sweet. All right, let's have a listen. Let's say, we isolate our high tom here and see how it actually sounds. See, it's opening and it's closed. So it's really cool. Yeah, it's interesting. You can do lots of stuff with LFO, but choose wisely. You only have one LFO per kit, so unfortunately, but better than nothing. All right, so this is the LFO applied to our high tom here, and then we can do basically the same in our B variation. See, the LFO is also applied, so that, as I said, that applies to the kit. This will be all the way through here again. So if we be in C variation and we isolate our high tom again, you see, it's there. So it applies all the way through. You don't have to copy that through because it applies to the whole kit. So that's basically it. Yeah, so we have the LFO applied. We have the velocity, we have accent, we play with velocity. You can also add substep and all this. So let's have a listen how it sounds basically with maybe a kick. Okay, so first like this. I don't know, just add a kick here. Not a wood kick. Yeah, maybe something softer here. So we just do the same. So 606 bass will be in all our variations then. 606. Maybe we take this out here, and then in our last variation we go all the way in here. Okay, so now let's see how it sounds finally. So you can play around with the volumes here if you want to. If you want to have like instruments which are a bit more present, a bit less volume. You see, it's really rhythmy. And this is how to apply like a really natural sound to your beat. All right, that's basically it. So yeah, just play around and have a go. And yeah, if you like my tutorial, just give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. There's definitely more stuff coming. And I'm open also for suggestions. If you have any questions or videos, I just make notes out of the comments and then I come up with new videos. So yeah, just subscribe and thanks for watching. See you later.